and Miss Lelu doing what they do best and telling you to just drive. Let's just drive. Okay, let's check out some of that news. Parents of 5-year-old Bradlyn Jacobs blame Bito municipality for not fixing vandalized electrical box. A day of celebration ended in the sadness for the Jacobs family from Kranshoek in Plettenberg Bay after the 5-year-old Bradlyn died when he was electrocuted while playing with friends on Saturday. The Jacobs family are accusing officials in the Bito municipality of neglect and negligence for not fixing vandalized cables at the local stadium. The family say Bradlyn was attending a Heritage Day soccer tournament when his mother, Jaden Jacobs, Jaden Jacobs said that they went to the toilet and asked Bradlyn if he could play with his friends on the stadium grounds. She said she was startled when minutes later she heard screams, and for her to go outside the stadium, she found her son's lifeless body on the ground. He's my only child and everything I did was for him. Bradlyn's grandfather, Brad Moores, said he rushed to the stadium, which is 5 minutes from their home. When I got there, my grandson's feet were warm. Some people performed CPR, but he couldn't wake up. Moss said Bradlyn was rushed to hospital, but there was nothing that doctors can do. May the young man rest in peace. Zimbabweans have returned to their old country after working and studying for years in South Africa and are battling to rebuild their lives. Most are forced to make moves because of the South African government's announcement that after 12 years, it is now scrapping the Zimbabwean exemption permit. Returnees we spoke to have good memories of South Africa, the friends and places they have left behind, and the plans they had for their grandchildren are now no longer in the future. Munda sought asylum in South Africa. He worked in Yeoville selling fresh flowers. He learned flower cutting, arranging, and marketing blooms. But now he sells secondhand bags, joining the informal traders who line the dusty roads that lead to Bindura terminus in Harare. It is taking time here to adjust to the harsh realities of Zimbabwe because he picks up during the tobacco and cotton trading season when the farmers come to town flush with money to do some shopping. ANC chairperson Gwede Mantashe did not mince his words when reacting to being booed by COSATU delegates on Monday. He also commented on former President Jacob Zuma throwing his hat to the ring to be the chair of the ANC. ANC National Chairperson Gwede Mantashe did not hide his frustration at the second day of COSATU's Congress at the Gallagher Convention Center in Midrand. A frustrated Mantashe spoke to the media as he left after again not being allowed to deliver the ANC's message of support. Delegates of the conference didn't want us to talk to them. We must humbly accept that. I'm leaving. I'm not going to address the conference. I will not be here tomorrow. I was here yesterday. I was here today. This is what Mantashe said. Veteran South African actor Vusi Tanda said he is scared to speak up after being criticized for Mzansi's asking Mzansi for donations. The former Mzansi Nsizwa actor claimed that the South African Broadcasting Commission, the SABC, owed him royalties for the popular sitcom. Speaking to one of the publications, SABC's group executive for corporate affairs and marketing, Kukuntuli, poured cold water on Tanda's claims. Vusi Tanda left heartbroken after he went viral for asking South Africa to donate money to him. Tanda is best known for playing the role of Chawe in Mzino Nsizwa between 1993 and 2005. He also acted in The Queen alongside Connie Ferguson, Themba Ndaba, and more. He says, I used to receive royalties from SABC, but they stopped now and I don't know why. Kukuntuli said that the broadcaster was up to date with the royalty payments to Tanda. It must also be noted, Mzino Nsizwa's last broadcast on SABC 2 years ago, and any claims for the repeat for Mr. Tanda have been settled. As per one of the publications that we got our sources from, South Africans donated more than 100,000 rand to Vusi Tanda following his viral video. The veteran actor thanked Mzansi for his generosity. He said, I don't care about those who have criticized me for asking for help from the public. These are the people who called themselves friends because they were not there for when I needed them. Some of them knew my situation but did not assist. 22 minutes now before 10 a.m. Casper Nyovest is apparently training with Sundowns. Mamelodi Sundowns does not look bad. The star, who is known as Mufasa, has been spotted at the club's training grounds in Chlorokop. So what's really happening, the DStv Premiership champions said that the musician joined the camp to prepare for his boxing match this weekend. I can't wait for that. Pretty Ugly is going to beat the hell out of Casper Nyovest. I'm just saying. To disagree, send us a voice note, 065-970-2707. Former Minister Mosebenzi Zwane is expected to hand himself over to the law enforcement agencies in Bloemfontein on Wednesday, as he is implicated in a case in which millions of public funds which were meant to empower black farmers were allegedly looted. Zwane was Free State Agriculture MEC when the controversial Vrede Farm project meant to benefit emerging farmers from his hometown was undertaken. The case is one of 9 seminal state capture cases. National Director of Public Prosecutions, Shamila Batohi, said that they were planning to soon bring before the courts. In May, Batohi promised she would place such cases on the court roll within 6 months. The NPA's investigative directorate, which stated a former minister is expected to appear, Mishak Ngwane, who is 65 years old, was among 100 intended beneficiaries meant to benefit about 220 million rand, which was meant for the project, but ended up with companies linked to the Gupta family. He also recommended lifestyle audits to be conducted on all senior managers and Free State government politicians who have been involved in the Vrede Dairy Farm saga. The referendums in 4 eastern and southern Ukrainian provinces on Russia's borders have been widely condemned in the West as illegal and sham exercises to legitimize Russia's military occupation and its intention to annex the occupied territories by force. The ANC Youth League has defended its decision to send several observers and to the referendum in Russia held in the eastern Ukraine, asking citizens if they want their conquered territories to be incorporated into Russia. The ANC Youth League said in a statement on Tuesday that it had been invited to observe. Yet, apart from sending an implicit message by their sheer presence, some of the ANC Youth League office bearers who were observing the referendums inside the Ukraine also explicitly expressed support for Russia's right to ask Ukrainians if they want part of the country or to become part of Russia. Finally, and further afield, in our troubled yet beautiful continent of Africa, Kenyan authorities have launched an investigation into the death of a lawyer accused of bribing and intimidating witnesses in the International Criminal Court prosecution of President William Ruto. Paul Gicheru, who was accused by the ICC prosecutors of setting up a blatant and prejudicial witness tampering scheme that made it possible to pursue investigations against Mr. Ruto for his alleged role in Kenya's 2007-2008 post-election violence. The lawyer, who was in his 50s, was found dead in his sleep on Monday night at his home in the Kenyan capital of Nairobi. Gicheru denied any charges, pleading not guilty before the ICC based in The Hague. More to come after this.